It's a very hard one to diagnose. So they tested me over and over and over again, and it was 3 weeks of testing before they came to me and said, Paul, you have Lyme disease. And that's why no matter what you've done, it never holds up. You don't stay better. But there's protocols that can help. And they started using those protocols on me, and I started having the first days without pain that I'd had in many, many years. Can't even remember. The first couple weeks, especially that I was here, I was having really bad panic attacks, and I was suicidal for a couple days. And so I knew that I needed to keep something in front of me to keep that light that's a little spark. And so I had stuff set up all around the house. So then it was like, okay, I go over here, I make my shake, I got the pictures, find something that'll give you a little bit of a spark, a little bit of joy to start the day. Oh, buddy. There's times where I have like just turbocharged energy, and there's times I can barely keep my eyes open. And it's pretty unpredictable. I came to the medicine, I came to the Ibogaine with the idea of, okay, I studied the neuroscience, I know enough about it, this is gonna help reset my brain receptors and help me rewire them. And you know what? And instead, it broke me. One of the nicknames for Ibogaine is the stern voice of truth. That was part of why I actually didn't want to do it, because it's painful to face the truth.
¿Cómo está?
Muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
How are you? I'm good, bro. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. I heard about this place through a friend of mine, Baja Medgate, and I called and I chased them for like 8 weeks. They're trying to help like 6 to 8 cancer or chronic illness patients at a time. I was way closer to being dead than alive when I got to the clinic. I didn't realize how bad I was. I had organs that were starting to shut down. I was so toxic. People have to see, they have to see it to know what's going on, because that's part of how we're gonna help other people. They do actually a much more comprehensive lab report here than what we get up in the States, which is crazy. So they'll send out from here to clinics or labs. They use some in the States. There's one in Arizona that specializes in Lyme. There's labs all around the world that like kind of specialize in like very specific things and will give much more detailed information, enzyme, peptides, all kinds of stuff that can help. Because a lot of times what they're finding is there's really simple solutions to some of the things that are just like plaguing people for years. So now what I'm dealing with is the neural Lyme and having that in my brain, and that's causing me some issues, anxiety, panic. The panic attacks have gone down. I was looking for years for help. And the options I was being given was, here's another bottle of pain pills. Go try this therapy, go do this. And all of them were Band-Aids to a much deeper problem.
Correct.
So I saw Dr. Robert for 2 hours and 47 minutes. And he basically went through from childhood all the way up, every injury, every trauma that I could think of. And we both cried. You know, at one point he came and just like put his hand on my shoulder, and I was just sobbing for like 10 minutes. And that's when I knew I was in a different place. Like, oh, okay, these guys like really want to get down to the root of what's going on. They're not just gonna Band-Aid it. The pain, the trauma, the rage, the resentment, all these things that I was carrying around every day, I was masking and covering it. And then you're just out there wandering in the wilderness trying to figure out what's going on. So am I just gonna live on pain pills the rest of my life? I wasn't okay with that.